You know what I mean? But the difference between us and them is that for some reason, this is a different discussion. For some reason, their music is categorized as popular, as in it can still be indie and alternative, but it's popular. It's made for the masses. If we make weird music, it's only made for
definitely.
a smaller crowd of people.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like a color thing.
Yeah.
Like that's really what it boils down to, because you put people, and we talked about this before, how like Billie Eilish being as popular as she is, it never really like made sense to us because of how off left she is, like, and how, and the type of music she makes and what's in it. And then like we had that conversation comparing Billie to Lil Nas and how her song was okay, but his song wasn't, even though it's the same kind of like devilish type of thing. And like, yeah, that's just like a whole color thing, man. And how they're able to take that and like, okay, cool, this is okay. We're gonna make this a popular thing because this is what the little white kids like. But when it's on the other side, it's like, okay, we're not giving that the same kind of credit. And I think it also falls on us a little bit too, because I think our demographic of indie black people who are into that kind of music is smaller than the white demographic of indie white people who are in that type of music.
I thought you were about to say something complete. I think our expectations are just higher.
Oh, for the music?
For the music, yeah. Like a lot higher.
That could be it too, but I do feel like we popularize a lot of shit that is the exact opposite of that. So, like in the masses, I'm talking about.
The reason why I don't believe that, we have Lil B. But Lil B, if that's not the weirdest of the weird, I don't know what the fuck it is.
We do. We have those people, but I just feel it's like a generational thing, right? So I think our generation, literally like our generation, or maybe not even my generation, I'm gonna say your generation and under, are like really appreciative of those indie artists. Okay. But if I'm talking to not my friends, but like people that I know that are my age or around my age, they're not giving any of them any kind of like appreciation. But bring Moneybagg Yo on the scene, they giving him all the love. I get what you're saying. Kind of like that's who they give shine.
Just a little gap there. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm saying like, I guess kind of yes and no is that I feel like we have way more indie, I don't know what you're gonna say, influencers that kind of like change the scene for these white artists. Because I don't think Lil B, I'm not a big fan of Lil B, but I give him his respect, bro. Like he came into the game off of like just
doing what he wanted to do.
What he wanted to do.
Exactly. That's
like,
it.
And like I feel like I agree somewhat to Mars that like there's a lot of indie black artists or even like really big black artists that were kind of like an alternative scene that doesn't get the notoriety as they deserve, but they are respected in some degree.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like the respect will be there, but just we're not about to make not the popular.
Support.
Yeah. But to me, I don't think it's about us not, caring or keeping up with it. I just think it's the fact that like we expect it to some degree. Like if we hear hear me out. When I Love Makoni came out, I was like, what the fuck is this? You feel me? I listened again. This is a little bit before I already got into 9 Key and everybody like that. So I was already kind of on like, I wouldn't say they were hip, but like they were kind of already on an alternative hippie type of sound for the time being at least. And I was like, what the fuck is this? But as I listened again, me taking music for what it is, and we all started listening. I'm like, I can appreciate this, but this is where I think the disconnect comes to play versus a black artist. And so I'm using Trinidad James as well. We expect more. Trinidad James came out with that hit. We wanted another fucking hit.
Yeah.
Versus, I think there's a lot of mid, if you want to call it that, Billie Eilish songs, but it doesn't matter because her attention, her crowd is not trying to say she has to. You don't hear a white person talk about another white artist topping themselves. We say shit like that, like, man, J. Cole gotta do better. I've never heard a white person say that. Like
about their artist.
About their artist, I've never heard it.
That's true, and that's also kind of like in the same kind of framework, because instead of asking their white artists to top themselves, they're just going on to the next
exactly, just
artist,
like
and they're just gonna blow them up.
Exactly.
They blow them. That's kind of like the thing with like TikTok. They blow those little white artists up day by day by day by day by day. It's always a new one.
To me, I think it's kind of hard to explain. Mac DeMarco, right?
Yeah.
Was he not a part of
Yeah, go ahead, pull that up, because I have no idea. I was never a big Mac DeMarco guy.
Fuck. Who was Mac DeMarco a part of?
about to get it up there
All right, give me a second, guys. I don't want
on the screen. Mac DeMarco, artistry.
You went to his fucking wiki.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
Just
early projects in the first solo album.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
With
Let me just
So
go
it's
ahead and look up. That's my bad.
I would say Mike DeMarco was a part of something.
It was like a band, are you saying?
Bro, we
Yeah.
used to listen to them. Me and Mars. Somewhat.
Are you talking about
He was a part of.
no,
Music
it was
group?
Mac DeMarco. You talking about Home Shake?
Yeah, right.
Home Shake was with Mac DeMarco in a band.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got it confused. My
'Cause
bad.
I was just like, I ain't never listened to Mac DeMarco, but I
Okay.
fuck with Home Shake.
All right, so
Shout out to Home Shake.
That's where I was going with that. So now Home Shake leaves from Mac DeMarco and that fame, but to me that crowd is still gonna listen to both of them.
Home Shake was with Mac DeMarco.
Mac DeMarco
Yeah.
versus if hear me out, Steve Lacy leaves the internet. Now it's like a line of fans.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, they probably do have common fans,
Yeah.
but it's usually a
I
line.
was literally
Like-
about to bring that exact point up
Yeah.
about how
Like-
like Sid is over here
Yeah.
and Steve Lacy is
It's
over there.
exactly.
And like how they are they have a separate fan base, like
Wow. Yeah.
and they
But
make
to me-
completely different sounding music now.
Yeah, and to me it doesn't even matter. You got your what's this other girl's name? You like her. I told her I thought she was okay. And her manager, the same manager they manage damn, I'm listening to too much music lately. Well, you know the white girl's name. I just hate saying white girl like that, but the white girl everybody started liking, Claro.
Claro,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yes.
yeah, I fuck with Claro.
I think she sounds generic as shit. That's just me.
But I think for that.
Don't get me
for
wrong.
her-
I see the appeal, but I also see the same 10,000 appeals that sound just like her.
I mean,
But I
for me,
think for
feel like a
her,
lot of
it's just
sound
like
generic as
it
shit.
kind of started.
I felt like a lot of them do.
From what I kind of know about Claro is that she started kind of like the bedroom like pop.
So we giving that to her.
I
They
wouldn't say
definitely do
started,
give that to
but
her,
she
though.
But she was
They
definitely
definitely give that
it
to her.
But I think she also was kind of like at the
I don't give it to her,
beginning.
but they do.
with that.
They give it to
This
her.
I want
definitely,
to also state
definitely.
this. I'm not disrespecting Claire in any way
Yeah.
because I do think she does a lot for herself. Any DIY artist I'm standing for, regardless. They could be
Oh,
in the
for sure,
wrong,
for sure.
but I'm gonna stand for them. So let me say that. All I'm saying is that sound of music, and this is once again no disrespect to any artist in this category. I just feel like it's so. I don't know how to say it without being so blunt. I just feel like white people are okay with listening to the same thing from different people, and us, we
No,
don't.
definitely.
We could take like a Young Thug and a Kid and got it, but there's different cadences there, and it's okay. We like if that person co-signs them. Now, if someone starts biting in the rap or hip hop
Oh,
industry,
it's already-
it's OV.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
but if
but
you
people-
bite in
yeah, the
anything
white-
else, it's
They
fine.
can come from all different corners of the world and sound the exact
Exactly,
same.
and that's
they'll be like,
that's
okay,
why
that's fine.
and that's what I have to
Yeah.
respect for a Claro. You feel me? Because I'm looking at her thinking she's about to be some mind-bending artist. That's not her. She just wants to make good music, and that's
And it's
fine.
just
This-
also part of the like aesthetic too, and it's just like the
Yeah, yeah,
image
yeah.
and like the ease. Like she kind of just like a very
See,
like
this
that's
is
not-
back
that's
this
not-
is good. This is good because I just saw a video about that girl that we was just watching, Olivia Rodrigo.
Mhm.
That's how you say her name.
Yeah.
And how they were comparing her song to a song from Paramore, and how it
Yeah.
was like literally the exact same
thing.
song.
Yeah, I
You
remember
know,
seeing that.
cadence, all that kind of stuff, and it was just like that. Just brings it full circle of how you'll accept that. Even though they have no connection, no cosign, no anything, it's basically a bite. If that's black people and black culture, that's a bite.
Yeah.
But since it's not, it's
And you
man,
lose respect.
she's bringing it back.
Yeah, you lose respect for it, and like I really want to make it clear because like I don't know Claire, I don't know these DIY artists that we're naming, and I don't think it's fair to say all this without giving them their due respect and their talent because I think
I mean, I don't think it's a problem to take a little
No,
bit
because
from the
I-
past. Like,
I don't
that's-
know like I just don't think it's fair to put Olivia and Claire on the same sentence because I feel like just off of looking and the research I've done with Claire, I think she's talented. She does her own shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure too much about Olivia yet. She just came out, so I
Yeah.
just think like to say that about her is not fair. Which I think.
I get what you're saying.
And I agree that, the white community definitely gives more respect for that than the black artist.
Yeah.
Like, we care about niggas making beats and writing and shit,
Yeah.
but we like, it's whatever, it's a good song.
Mhm.
But the white community, if you making your own beats, guitar, instrumentalists, all that, but they're loving that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Easily.
So,
Easy.
and that's another thing you have to take in with Claro. I don't
Mhm.
take that in when I listen to artists. I'm like, I don't know, it kind of sounds similar. I don't really care for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of want to hear different every time I listen to something. It could be small.
Mhm.
I just want to hear different,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's just.
those are the two songs.
Yeah, so
good,
to
good
circle
for
back for Olivia Rodrigo and her song "Good for You" and Paramore's "Misery Business" sound very similar.
Yeah, they were talking
And-
about how I forgot what it was called, but the basically they're in the same key. The drum pattern is the same. Chord progressions are the same. Like the way she's singing the whole thing, they even overlaid it on top of each other, and it was like,
I remember now.
what?
Paris, Texas. That's the group I'm talking about. So
Oh.
whoever manages Claro manages this group named Paris, Texas, which Brockhampton has recently co-signed. We're gonna get into that. That nigga Kevin
Oh, wow.
co-signing a lot of fucking
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
But-
now like what's it called?
He
Video
might-
store.
Video
That's
store,
his new
that's
thing.
the-
Yeah,
yeah.
he might as well be in fucking A&R. He might be, honestly.
Yeah.
But anyways, you already know we listened to Paris, Texas before that co-sign. But to me, that's exactly what we're saying. Whoever's managing Claro, shit could be her damn self, is noticing, okay, Brockhampton, this black weird sound is just so easy. I think it's easier to make a black weird sound than it is a white sound. Because we accept different, but we don't give it enough to make it to like the charts.
It has to be like quality different.
I wouldn't even say quality difference.
Yeah, it's
Lil-
not even
Lil B
quality.
was
Well,
not quality.
yeah.
It's not about
Right.
quality. It's
Yeah, it's
about it's just about I don't even know what to call
I
it.
just don't think we push it enough for the charts.
Yeah.
Like we don't. Like Lil B would never make the charts.
Yeah.
You know, but if there was a white Lil, hell yeah, he would have made the charts. You know what I mean? We listen enough, but let's just be honest, it's just not. We don't make it popular. Like Odd Future
Yeah.
wasn't enough just by itself. You know, that's what had their issues, and some of them at least. And I just feel like whoever's managing Claro and understands that as well. That's why they're managing Paris, Texas, because it's like, to me, Paris, Texas makes some good music. They have an album. You should go check it out. And I could just see where the music is going right now, and that's why I really just don't like it. I really don't. Even when y'all played the Olivia girl, I'm like, who is she?
Yeah.
This budget was crazy on this video. like what the hell? And it's like, oh, she's TikTok. As soon as you say TikTok, it just all makes sense, and I just hate that.
And
like,
the video
What
was
was the
literally
video? Was
just,
the one with the flames in the background?
I can't remember. I don't know what song Molly played, but even what he said about it was just so true of this whole thing. How it's just a vibe. Like that's it, and that's all they do. They get you this song that sounds like everything else. They put you in a video that's a vibe,
But-
and you're.
But
to the
let's
top of the
not
charts.
get it twisted though.
Black people can't do
you
that.
can well, we can't do that, but you can still come out extremely talented. I don't want to say Olivia 10 years from now, 5 years won't be fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I even think
I think we talked about that too before, like
with
how
Billy,
huh?
with Billy, yeah.
Yeah, and how like sometimes with the white artists, they'll come out and they'll be like on everybody else's wave at the start, and then when their career, their fall off is like where they start to get experimental.
yeah.
And that's
crazy with
that's
they
a
shit.
great point that I was.